Two quick things before this video starts. Firstly, massive thank you to Chivo for editing this video. He has edited all of the King Gizzard reactions and I greatly appreciate it. Secondly, I will be streaming my live reaction to the new King Gizzard album, Phantom Island, at midnight, the night of it dropping, UK time of course. So if you want to stop by and see my live reaction, have your chats featured in the video and whatnot, make sure you stop by at 12 midnight UK time on the night of the album dropping, so I'll be streaming it live and then editing the video the next day. And one more thing, I guess, this is the last King Gizzard video of, like, the previous albums. Like, this is now, you know, the final reaction from, like, taken from, like, music submission streams of the King Gizzard discography. I have now technically covered every album that they have released so far. So moving forward, it will only be new releases. You can check out all of my King Gizzard reactions in a playlist that will be at the end card of this video and is also on the playlists page on my channel. So check all of those out if you haven't. Like and subscribe. We're on our way to 3K, and yeah, enjoy the reaction. This album came out in 2015, 4 songs, 40 minutes and 40 seconds to be exact, because every song is 10 minutes and 10 seconds. Quaters, final King Gizzard album that I need to listen to before we are done with their discography until they release a new album, which, let's be honest, is not going to be too long from now. I'm predicting like January 2025 or some shit like that. Yeah, I'm excited to get into this one. Yeah, every song the same length, 10 minutes and 10 seconds. I've already heard The River before. I remember liking that song a lot. But besides that, I've heard nothing else off of this album. Lego. Time to eat my very, very healthy meal of chocolate on toast. Completely forgot about this switch up at the end. Yeah, I've heard The River before. Yeah, The River's great. Seriously, such a fantastic tone setter for this album. It has like a little bit of like the jazz rock sort of starting to show throughout the course of this song. It progresses in a really interesting way. The bit where it's, I'm hiccuping now, oh my god. Yeah, the bit where he's like, you're saying down over and over again, and then you got the backing vocals saying The River. That's catchy as hell. I feel like the song doesn't overstay its welcome either. It's over 10 minutes and it doesn't feel like it. It really does just feel like it moves at such a brisk, easy pace, and it's just such a joy to sit through that you don't even feel its length. That song is like a low 9 for me, like a 9.2. Really, really great track. Seriously. Infinite Rise. Oh, damn. So we've got all of this. So we've got the rest of Quaters, We've got the Red Rocks performance, we've got Crime of the Century, and then we have a wheel spin. The drumming's been nice. Yeah, it's got a nice like jazzy feel to it, very laid back, very chill. The fucking cat sounds, really. A bit much. I will say, I'm liking this song as a whole so far, but I do feel like it is starting to lose me a little bit around this midpoint. It just doesn't have the same sense of progression that the river does. This one just sort of, I don't know, it feels like it stagnates a little bit. And it feels like it's also... Did this one come out before? I'm gonna have to... This came out after Mind Fuzz. This does remind me a little bit of Mind Fuzz. This song in particular with like the vocal effects and stuff. But it doesn't feel quite as satisfying as Mind Fuzz, particularly with a song like I'm in Your Mind or Am I in Heaven. It aesthetically is reminding me of that, just a little slower, a little more chilled and laid back. And while I would be fine with that, it just feels like it doesn't have the same impact that Mind Fuzz has. And it's stopping me from loving it. Nice transition. A song, it started here, and then it shrunk on me, and then it grew on me again at the end. I feel like that song started off so strong. It was just so smooth, so tasteful, so full of life and color. It was just the smoothest shit ever. Okay, I was loving it. And then around the midpoint, it sort of started to meander a bit. It started to feel like it was just sort of stagnating and doing the same thing over and over again. And it just really started to lose its charm. But going into the end again, I really started to feel it again. And I felt like it just, something clicked and made it feel, honestly, like even better than it did at the beginning of the track. I felt like at the end there, everything just sort of came together in such a satisfying and complete way. And that was almost like validated by that little outro there. That sort of felt like a great tag on the end of the song. I would give this one a low 8, personally. I feel like on repeated listens, that could either grow or shrink, but as of right now, it had an incredible beginning, an even better ending, but a midsection where I was just kind of like, whatever. So it's like a low 8 for me, and that, again, could grow or shrink on repeated listens. God is in the rhythm. God damn. Damn. Okay, I think I've figured out what my biggest problem with this album is, and it's the lengths of the songs. Like, I'm really loving this, but the song lengths are unnecessary. Like, the 10 minutes feels perfect for The River, but for this song and the previous song as well, it just doesn't really feel like they warrant, like, 10-minute runtimes. I do like that each of the songs kind of end with like a little tag at the end, like a little thing to sort of like mark the song by to finish it off. I think that's pretty cool. Yeah, that song was another one I really liked. I would even say a song I would come back to. But these songs outside of the first one, again, just don't really feel like they warrant 10 minutes. I feel like 7 minutes, maybe even 8 minutes would be a more appropriate length, but I do feel like they sort of, you know, start to drag at certain points, and it does get a little bit to the point where I'm like, okay, I get it, I wish this would progress just a tiny bit faster. While it isn't, like, that big of a problem, like, it isn't, like, completely destroying the songs, I will say it is bringing them down to a degree enough to the point where I'm like, this album could be up in, like, my top maybe even 10 King Gizzard albums had the songs just been like tightened up a bit. Still, that one gets like a low 8. I would say I preferred it more than the previous one. It's like an 8.5. Still, that song is just so... Again, all of these songs have a certain smoothness to them and a certain, like, just satisfying instrumental palette that is just... It's so easy on the ears to the point where it's just, like, you get so easily lost in it, and you only really start to notice the flaws once the runtime starts to drag. And honestly, I feel like on just a casual listen where I'm not actually, like, thinking about it too much, I'm not being analytical, I wouldn't really give that much of a shit. I wouldn't care. So... yeah, 8.5. Still a great track. my god. Some absolutely gorgeous soundplay on this song. Taylor Swift and K-pop albums bringing the female audience, yeah. But Taylor Swift, just such a, I hate to use the word toxic, but actually just such a toxic, awful fan base. Just terrible. And I don't want to get involved in that, man. What do I think of the Giz fans on the vids so far? They're all chill. I've not had any, standout terrible comments yet. I don't think I've had a single negative comment on any other videos. I think everyone's just been super chill. It's been nice, you know? For once, a fan base not coming into my chat and being like, well, had you known anything about the fucking Pythagorean theorem, you would know that this song is actually the greatest song ever made. Yeah, I'm looking through right now. It's all just chill comments, just people being like, yeah, it was a great album, one of my favorites. Full of stoners, yeah. It's just full of people who don't really give a shit, you know? Okay, Lonely Steel Sheep. I can't speak. Lonely Steel Sheep Flyer. This song has moments that are, actually just mind-blowing, fucking gorgeous, incredibly well put together sections. There are just certain points on this song where it was just the most gorgeous shit imaginable. But I feel like of every song on this album, this one is the most clunky. It feels like this one has the most awkward pacing. It feels like this one meanders the most, and it feels like this was the one that was the most difficult to fully pay attention to. There were a couple points where I was a little out of it and a little okay, I do wish this would progress a little faster. I still would come back to the song. It's the lowest score, but it's still a flat 8 for me. I just feel like this song had potential to be the best on the album, but just a few awkward choices and a few bad pacing moments sort of bring it down for me. But it's still, I would still give it a flat 8 because it is a song that I would see myself coming back to. This Giz album is one of your least favorites? That's fair. That's fair. This is one of their lower rated ones. In terms of user score, the album is in the yellow. Yeah, look at this. Oh no, it's got 68 critic and 73 user. It is one of their lower rated albums critically, and honestly user score wise as well. Most of them, yeah, sitting in the 80 high 70 range, and then this one's in the low 70s. Skizz trying to find their footing. Yeah, I agree, and I think they're doing it pretty well. This album is an interesting experiment. You would see how they would later go on to do different versions of what this album's going for on Made in Timeland and Laminated Denim, where it's multiple songs that are the exact same length making up the entire album. This one's 4 10-minute songs, and then Timeland and Laminated Denim are 2 15-minute songs. And I feel like this is a decent starting point for that. While there are points where it does kind of feel a bit like a gimmick, for the most part, the songs do flow naturally. Particularly The River, as I feel like it's one of the strongest, longer tracks in the band's entire catalog. I think it's a low 9. It's just a fantastic, really well put together track that just flows so seamlessly. You don't even realize it's 10 minutes. But then you get a song like Infinite Rise or the Lonely Steel Sheep Flyer. That's the second time I fucked up the name of that song. Yeah, you get tracks like that that just sort of feel like they are stretching it a bit to 10 minutes and feels like they would work better as maybe 7, 8 minute tracks. And while I will say that the pacing of those songs doesn't bring them down too much, it does feel like the songs are damaged enough to the point where the album as a whole is brought down multiple spots in my King Gizzard ranking. There's not a bad song on here. I think all of the songs are at least great. I gave all of them a minimum of an 8 out of 10. But I feel like they had the potential to go even higher. While they are great, while I do think that I'm going to be returning to this album a decent amount, I could really see it shrinking in the future to maybe a high 7 for me. But as of right now, this was a pretty solid first listen. I think it's a great album. I don't think King Gizzard missed at all with this one. The album could have reached up here, but it got about here. And while getting here is okay, it's not here, you know? Let's figure out the big number. That is a higher score than I thought it would get. I thought it would be 2 points less. 85. How was the album? It was pretty good. It was pretty good. It's pretty great. Is Gizzard my favorite band? They're not my favorite band. They're not my favorite band. It's just the band I've been listening to the most recently, thanks to Chivo. And I'm not going to complain, because I do love their stuff. Oh, well, I guess this does crack the top 10. How many albums above an 8 out of 10? They have 16 albums, but stop fucking switching games, dude. They have 16 albums. I'm going to do a Chester Stone reference. I'm going to say 4 whole quarters. Which, by the way, chat, if you guys don't know Chester Stone, his videos are funny as fuck. They are so good. Wait, hold on, I didn't put a mini review for changes. What the fuck do I don't even know what to write for changes. You know, we'll go through the albums. We'll do a quick little ranking real quick. So, in terms of actual albums, we're going to be skipping Oddments. Is Oddments the one that's not an official album? No, which one's the one that's not an official? Willoughby's Beach. We're skipping Willoughby's Beach. So, number 26, Eyes Like the Sky. Number 25, 12 Bar Brews. Number 24, Made in Timeland. 23 is Butterfly 3000. Because Oddments is Willoughby's Beach is an EP, so it doesn't really count. 22, we have Oddments. 21, we have Sketches. 20, we have Gumboot Soup. 19, we have The Silver Chord. 18, we have Omni and Gatherum. 17, we have Paper Mache. 16, we have Float Along. 15, we have Flight B741. 14 and 13 essentially tied. We have KG and LW. 12, we have Changes. 11, we have Fishing for Fishies. 10, we have Quaters. 9, we have Murder of the Universe. 8, we have Rat's Nest. 7, we have Ice Death Planets. 6, we have Microtonal Banana. 5, we have Mind Fuzz. 4, we have Polygon. 3, we have Nonagon. 2, we have Petrodragonic. And number 1, we have Laminated Denim. That is the official ranking of every King Gizzard album. What's the point of being a Giz fan if I've got no 10s? Exactly. The only way you can be a fan of an artist is if you've given them at least 2 10 out of 10s, okay? It's the only way. We have a live song of theirs up next, so I'm going to bring it down to this, because it's not album time just yet. Here we go, The River, live at Red Rocks 22. This is an 8 hour, what the 8 hours? I'm assuming this is 2 shows, 2 or 3 shows compiled into one, right? There's no way they did an 8.5 hour show. It's over 3 days, okay, that makes sense. Damn. I'm always surprised at how good the bass sounds live. That's entirely fair. Yeah, King Gizzard stuff doesn't listen to everyone. Especially their longer songs. Yeah, I get what you're coming from. It's been 11 minutes? Oh my god. This song has flown by. I would honestly say I'm liking this more. It feels like it seems like they feel a lot more free to like experiment with the jazz rock sound. Like especially with the drums. Like the drums feel a lot more jazzy here than they do even on the album. They kicked Eric and the drums got better. Alright. The river took the stream down? Yeah, it took the stream down, yeah. Someone just shout banana. Alright. Yeah, it's going in like, oh great. That's fucking fantastic. I prefer that over the studio version of The River, to be honest. I think that that is a much, like an arguably even more complete version of the song. It leans into the jazziness even more. It leans into the more heavy, rockier moments even more. And it feels like the extra 8 minutes allow them to sort of get a little more creative with the track, add a couple more sections in there, add some new shit, and it's just, man, it's so good. Eric ruined the OG River? I wouldn't say ruined. Like, the original River, I still gave a 9. But where the original was a low 9, this one's a high 9. That was seriously great. Seriously, like, that was fucking fantastic. That was, like, the most perfect version of that song that I could ask for. High 9. Really good. I just realized I'm wearing the same thing right now that I was in the video. I own different clothes, I swear. Thank you all so much for watching this video. Let me know what you think of this album down below and how it compares to other King Gizzard albums for you. A massive thank you to Chivo for editing this one as well. I greatly appreciate it. Again, midnight UK time on the night of Phantom Island dropping, which will be this Thursday night, Friday morning, however you want to say it. Yeah, be there. I'm going to be streaming my reaction. Come check it out. You can have your chats featured in the video, and then the video will be uploaded the next day on Friday. You can check out all of my other King Gizzard reactions in a playlist that's going to pop up somewhere around here. You know, watch any of the ones you haven't. I have reacted to every single one of their albums now. So, yeah, definitely do check those out if you haven't. Links in the description to my Discord, my album of the year, my Twitter, and my other channels. Again, check those out if you haven't as well. Like and sub. We are on our way to 3K, and I will see you all whenever I next stream or upload. Bye bye.